Hello Internet, I'm Conrad Coleby, professional photographer, and these are my top 5 tips for people wanting to take their street photography to the next level. Tip number 1 is finding a new location. How do I do it? The best tool I use is Google Street View. Go onto Google Maps, grab your little guy and drop him on a street where you're interested in and have a walk around. Why do the walking on your legs? You can find some great spots really quickly and save yourself a bit of legwork. Another great tip is, what glass do I use? Well, there's an argument with that. You've got zooms and you've got primes. Now, if you can afford the highest quality zooms, you're in a bit of luck because they can be quite well performing, they have low distortion, but if you really want to get nice sharp images and really get close to your subjects and make your viewer feel included in the scene, you're better to go with a wider prime lens, and that's what I use all the time. And I usually set my aperture to about 11, and I like to get nice and close to my subjects. Another thing to think about with street photography is permission versus no permission. So when you've got people in your shot, how do you approach them? Is it right to approach them and ask them if it's okay to take a picture, or is it better to just subtly take a picture without them knowing? Usually when people know you're there and they know you've got a camera and you're pointing it at them, they tend to start acting, and it's kind of not what you want with street photography. You want that candid moment. Plant yourself in a corner and wait for the moment and get people nice and close, and that's what I like to do. And often I don't even bring the camera to my eye, I'll shoot from the hip. So I'll set my focus point and I'll stand at a certain position and I'll wait for the person to walk right next to me, and then I'll click the button and I'll keep that button click on the nice quiet silent mode. Next tip is time of day. When are you going to shoot your subjects? Or what type of mood do you want to create in your photograph? Because your lighting has a lot to do with that. So everyone pretty much knows that in the morning and the afternoon, you've got beautiful soft shadows. You can get that golden light in the golden hours. But also in the middle of the day, which most people avoid, you've got some great contrasting shadows. You've got very sculpted lines coming through, which can also be very useful. So get to know each lighting scenario and don't be afraid to shoot in the middle of the day. Just learn how to use it properly. Look at the light and shadow and play with it. Next tip I have for you is letting the moment come to you. Sometimes when you're walking around in the street, you're chasing all over the place, trying to find things to shoot. If you find a good spot with a really nice background, foreground, plant yourself there, find a good sneaky position, and let the moments come to you. Wait for that person to cross in front of you in just the right position, or wait for that cool car to pass you, or whatever the things are that you're trying to capture. Wait for it to come to you. Sometimes that's the best thing to do.